Please be seated. We're sorry. So Plantzky, do me a favor, go on the wall, ask the boys to come back in. Thank you. Okay, Robert Plantzky. Thank you very much.
Sit down, Newman.
No, put it inside.
What's your problem?
Rishus Rosh Yeshiva, Rabbi, I'll lead them again to say a few short words. I came to tell you great news, uplifting news. Ever since the war this summer, the Gaza war, there has been a tremendous upsurge of tshuva in Eretz Yisrael, and especially by soldiers. This last war was much different than every other war. This last war, there were missiles flying over every single city in Eretz Yisrael. This wasn't on the borders. This wasn't in enemy territory. This was on top of everyone's heads. I spoke to someone in Yerushalayim. He told me he saw right on top of him a Iron Dome missile shooting down a rocket. Everyone realized that it's very, very close to the next step, where Chas v'Shalom, the missiles can fall on all the cities. And this is what we say in Al Anisim. Al Anisim, Al Purka, Al Akuras, Al Tishois, the Alham Del Chomis. We thank Hashem for the wars itself. The wars itself wake us up. They bring us closer to the Rabbi Shalom. I have another great piece of news for you. I'm holding in my hand Mischaskim B'Torah Chelik Hey, a sefer written by teenagers who are running around on the streets. Today they're sitting with Simcha, with Yishuv Adas, they're writing Torah, they're B'nai Torah, Kala Kechamura. And in this segment, in this sefer, in the back, there is an added section. Yugolite that were once on the streets, that are today, Magidei Shiurim V'Lev Lach. Whole section. Noitzer Te'ena Yochal period. This is tremendous, tremendous nachas. We see tremendous movement in the right direction. I want to tell you one Moiridic story. I've said many stories over the years, but the story that I'm going to tell you today is the story of all stories. And I'm going to tell it to you with all the names and all the places. I got permission to say the names. There was a family in Rehovot, a father and a mother. They were both professors in Weizmann Institute. This is a well-known university in Rehovot. And they were high society, well-known. They could go around the world lecturing. They were connected to the nuclear program in Eretz Yisrael. Lev Lachem has shiurim in Weizmann Institute. Not that we can preach, we're not allowed to tell anyone go become religious, but we're allowed to give shiurim on an intellectual level. We're allowed to give shiurim on a high level, and that's exactly what we do. And Baruch Hashem, we've seen many, many, many people, students, coming back to Yiddishkeit because of this shiurim. And this professor was very upset that his colleagues were doing tshuva. Couldn't understand. Smart, intellectual people, they're falling for this ancient customs, this ancient laws of 3,300 years old, and they're becoming religious. He couldn't believe it. And it bothered him very much, and he was full of anger. It was burning inside of him anger. And the Gemara says, Hasidim al-kalkeles es-ashura. When a person has anger burning inside of him, it eats him up. He can't even think properly. It distorts his logic. He can't look at anything. So, what did he do? He went ahead on Yom Kippur. He took his car and he went in front of the main shul of Rehovot. He put his hand on the horn and he started blaring the horn. They shouldn't be able to daven. Rav Simcha Kook, who is the Rav Harashi of Rehovot, came out. He started screaming at him. He couldn't make any headway with him. He called to Reb Tzvi Schwartz and he said, Reb Tzvi, you have to do something. We can't die. I know you're a man of a lot of schusim. Do something. He said, I'll take care of it. He went outside. Went over to him. He said, I know who you are. You're a professor in Mechon Weizmann. And instead of coming to our shiurim and debating us like an intellectual, question and answers, you're sitting here like a taxi cab driver, like an idiot. You're sitting here and you're blowing you up. You're a coward. You're a coward. You know why you don't come to the shiurim? You're scared. You know it's the truth. You're scared of the truth. You're a coward. You should be ashamed of yourself. A man of your stature. He got very embarrassed and he said, okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to come. He started coming to the shiur. In the beginning, he was hacking away, asking just lahachis. And we had a lot of patience with him. And we answered him al Risha Risha, Barachon Achron. After a while, he calmed down. And he started listening and learning. After a couple of months, he started doing some mitzvahs. After another couple of months, he started learning B'kviyas. And after another short while, he became Sherman Torah mitzvahs. This professor had a son that was brilliant. And this boy was already planned out his whole life. I'm going to become the next Albert Einstein. I'm going to overtake my parents. I'm going to become the Nobel Prize winner for physics. He had his whole life planned for him, exactly what he's doing. His father came over to him and said, listen, I want you to go learn. Abba, leave me alone. You became religious, not me. Keep me out of this. I don't want anything to do with it. I have my plan. I know what I'm doing. Leave me alone. He said, listen, you can take all the courses you want. You can go on your course. I'm not going to disturb you. I want you to learn an hour a day. It's not going to get in your way. Try it out. I want you to do it for me. Abba, please. You know this is not in my mind now. Please leave me alone. I want you to do it for me. 1 hour a day. He finally gave in, and we started learning with him. And from the hour a day became 2 hours. The 2 hours a day became 3 hours. The 3 hours a day became 4 hours. After a couple of months, he told his father, listen, I'm changing my plans. I'm not going to university. I'm going to be a full-time student in yeshiva. We got him into a yeshiva, a very chashuv yeshiva in Petach Tikva, Rabbi Yigal Rosen's yeshiva, called Or Yisrael. And he started learning. And what can I tell you? Hine Sula Mutzav Arza V'Roishay Magia HaShomayim. He started going up and up and up. He was a Shem Dover of the yeshiva, and he learned for 5 years straight. It came time for Shidduchim. 3 Rosh Yeshivas wanted him. One Rosh Yeshiva said that I'm going to make you Rosh Yeshiva immediately. One Rosh Yeshiva told him that I'm going to support you for the rest of your life. You won't have to worry about Gashmias. And the third Rosh Yeshiva, who was a very big Rosh Yeshiva, didn't promise anything. He wanted him, he didn't promise anything. He came to Rabbi Nachum Schwartz, Leiv La'achim Petach Tikva. He ate in his house for 5 years, every Shabbos. He said to him, Rabbi Nachum, which shidduch should I take? Rabbi Nachum said, I'm going to do a little investigation for you, and I'm going to tell you which one you should take. He came back to him and he said, listen, promises are promises. He tells you he's going to make you Rosh Yeshiva. Who knows? Tomorrow I'll get another son-in-law. Who knows what could happen? This one's promising you money. Maybe in the future you won't be able to raise money for you. I'm telling you, you have to look at the shidduch itself. Don't look at anything else. Look at the shidduch itself, and I'm telling you to take the third one. The one that didn't promise you anything. This is the shidduch, the best for you. He listened, he got married, and he started learning in his father-in-law's yeshiva 10 years straight. He was learning and mamish going up from one level to the next. Mamish Hashem Dover. His father-in-law, after 10 years, they opened up a new branch in a different city. And his father-in-law picked him to be Rosh Yeshiva. Who is his father-in-law? None other than Reb Nosson Tzvi Finkel, Zechariah Levrocha, Rosh Yeshivas Meir Yerushalayim. Meir Yerushalayim has 8,500 Talmidim, the biggest yeshiva in the world. Where is he Rosh Yeshiva? Meir Brachfeld. Kiryat Sefer, Meir opened up a branch. They have 800 Talmidim. It's one of the best yeshivas in Eretz Yisrael. And who is the boy's name? The name of the boy is Noam Alon. Today, Arav Noam Alon Shlit. And I want to tell you, if we wouldn't have great this boy, he would have become a scientist, and all his koiches and his talents, everything that he possessed would have went to the Sitra Acham, would have went to the Satan. How important is this work? How important it is. And how many more Noam Alons there are on the streets. There are so many more. And we need them. We want all their koiches for Klal Yisrael in the Kedusha, not to the Tumah. I want to read to you a Tana Devei Leo. Eliyahu Navi is talking to us. This is a Tana Devei Leo. Yodei Aharon ba'atzmai sheboto b'godol Yisrael al Yodai. Aharon HaKohen knew that he was zoicher to something big for Klal Yisrael. He would tie an iron chain on his waist. That was a sign of Avdos. Umachzer akol pischei Yisrael v'chol mishloi hoi yodei likois krishma v'chein mish eni yodei l'spalel hoi melanda likois krishma l'spalel v'chein mish eni yodei lichnois b'gufa shel Torah hoi melanda. Whoever didn't know how to come and learn Torah, the Sfaras, the Gemara, the Halachas, he would teach them. Not only Aaron, whoever teaches Torah Barabim L'Shem Shemayim, in the doesn't look if it's the rich or it's the poor. The Shem Shemayim, he teaches everyone Torah. El mikruhu magres kulam ka'achas. Mishnahu shaynes kulam ka'achas. B'toich kach HaKadosh Baruch Hu merachem olav. HaKadosh Baruch Hu rachmanas on this person. V'noisen b'y chochma v'deya bina v'haskel. V'noisen l'chelik im hatzadikim Avram Yitzchak v'Yaakov. Hashem mamish gives him chochma bina v'das v'haskel to be able to understand the Torah clearly, and he puts it together with the Avos HaKadoshim. Rabbi say, if you're going to help Lev La'achim, you're going to have these brachas. Lev La'achim is a Malamed Torah Lama Yisrael, all over Eretz Yisrael. The biggest koyach today is Lev La'achim, thousands. This is the Hatzal of the whole generation. I don't have to tell you what's going on in Eretz Yisrael. The generation is out of control. Tens of thousands are running away from Eretz Yisrael. They're running all over the world. We have to get to that before they leave Eretz Yisrael. And once they stop learning, they're going to stay in Eretz Yisrael forever. We know there are many chashuv organizations, and they're all kodesh, they're all accomplished. You should know Lev La'achim is kodesh kadoshim. Lev La'achim is the Hatzalah of the whole generation. The movement of the Bnei Torah in Eretz Yisrael. Thousands are helping us. And ever since the war, we are doubly busy. We are doubly busy since the war. We need you to help us. Because who helps Lev La'achim? Bnei Torah. The ones that understand what Torah is. You are the ones that keep us alive. You are the ones that give us the koyach to be able to reach out to everyone. The Mitzvah the Shiva is going to pick out Gaboyim, and we want you to help us. We want you to know that it's so crucial in Eretz Yisrael. You have no idea. We are on the verge of turning the tide in Eretz Yisrael. We're on the verge. Soon, there's going to be more students in religious schools than there are going to be in the public schools. We're almost on the verge of that. Join us, and we tell you, and you should know, that all the normal loans, you're going to have a part of it. You're going to be with us. You're going to be our Achisamach, and in Mitzvah Shem, this is going to bring us to Mashiach Tzidkenu B'Meir B'Meinu Amen.